What happens when pharmaceuticals don't work? Well, the problem's bigger. It's usually much bigger. And surgery is just pharmaceuticals on a whole nother level. So what did I see in clinic? Well, the return of the pain is the least problem that you could have when pharmaceuticals or surgery doesn't work. But let me share with you 2 stories from clinic to give you an idea of how this progresses. So I had one client, she's in her 80s and high functioning, highly mobile. And then she suffered a small stroke. And that small stroke didn't impact her mobility, but it did impact her memory. And then maybe 6 months after that, her digestive pain broke through. Now, she had had severe digestive problems forever, and her Western doctors had her on a number of medications to manage this. And it had been working until it didn't. And when it stopped working, one of the problems was they didn't have another solution for her. So those medications had allowed her to continue eating all these foods that were damaging her body and block the body from telling her that it was in a lot of pain until it couldn't block it anymore. And by the time it got to that point where it couldn't block it anymore, the pain was incapacitating for her. Now, to fix that would have meant a huge change in her lifestyle, a huge change in her eating habits, a huge change in the food she's cooking and making for herself. And that stroke took away her ability to do complex problem solving. So that stroke took away her ability to fix this for herself. There is a time when these problems can no longer be fixed. I had another client in his 60s, really active. And one of the things we talked about is his food choices. Again, from an Eastern medical perspective, his symptomology suggested that he was going to have a stroke or a heart attack in the near future, not the far future, but in the near future. And so we talked about that. His health insurance paid for his Western medical solutions, but of course it wouldn't pay for nutritional support or holistic medicine solutions. The biggest problem he faced is that he was a value shopper. He was trying to fix his problems on a penny budget. And the reality is you don't need to invest a huge amount in your health, but you do need to invest in your health because the money that we're investing today in the healthcare system isn't working. It's helping the system function and it's making people sicker. And you know that, and that's why you're here. A year later, he had a significant stroke that paralyzed one side of his body. His memory's fine, but he can no longer move his body. He's been in a care facility ever since. So it's your world. Either you can invest in yourself today or you can lose it all tomorrow.